Hello everyone, welcome back to Drawn by Annie channel. This is me, Annie, and I will be drawing for you today. Grab your tea, coffee and snacks and let's dive into today's video. So today's drawing is another art for the type of player series. I have started this type of series where I draw type of players of MOBA games and MMORPG games. And today's last step of support player evolution is aggressive support. Just for the starters, I'm going to explain a little bit of my art process before I continue on with the story behind this whole series. So I've prepared a sketch made with HB pencil. I drew in my thin papered sketchbook. The paper is almost like a copy paper, so it's very thin and not really intended to the alcohol-based markers that I'm planning to use for coloring, but it doesn't matter. I will just be very careful with how much layers I'm putting. That's it. So for this drawing, firstly, I'm going to land some base color with my alcohol-based markers. Then after that, I'm going to finish it up with the line art, which I'm going to do with my brush liners and fine liners, as well as also add some finishing touches with my colored pencils and white gel pen. Anyway, back to the story. So I started this type of video series where I'm drawing the type of players for different games, specifically MOBA and online gaming, because I'm a fan to do some gaming on my free time, which is not a lot, but still. I remember I used to play much more when I was like studying in school, but later on, you know, adulthood duties fall onto your shoulders and you don't have that much of a free time to game, but still I do play sometimes with my husband. There is a lot of players types that I've met during all this gaming, and I decided to put the most popular ones that I have encountered throughout this whole time. So as a main support in most of the games, if I get to choose my role, I have done a lot of support gaming and like healer type gaming where you are kind of behind the whole party and you are the one who is supporting everyone and healing everyone. So you're basically helping people fix their own mistakes. Their mistakes are usually mirrored in their HP bar. And health bar is very important in games, as much as I know. HP means health points or hit points for those who don't know, by the way. So aggressive support, in my point of view, is like the last step of evolution of support player. From my experience at least. So if you haven't seen the first two videos of this series, check them out there on my channel. Although some people are starting on this exact point, like some newbie players, they like to play more aggressively in MOBA games, thinking that they can dominate a lane and then try to help out the other ones, or just, you know, push their lane to the win. Because if you're winning the lane and you're pushing your lane, it means that you're destroying towers and then you're basically opening up enemies' base core, which is your main goal to get to. But some people forget that the more they push, the farther they are from their safety and their own base, and they can get very easily dominated by the enemy team because they can easily group up and just counter your lane by grouping more people against you so they can, you know, outnumber you. Although some players can also have this playstyle in general, so they are playing aggressive to intimidate their enemies and kind of make them lose on farm and XP and gold. This can also work if your enemies are falling too much behind. Even if they are trying to fight you, they cannot really do anything because they're just weaker. The numbers are lower, their stats are also lower, and they cannot really resist your pressure. And unless their teammates come to help out, you are going to win the lane. So players with these tactics must also be very aware when to push and when to retreat, because pushing too much and too hard and too often can also lead to your own destruction. So yeah, you can play aggressively, but you also have to be careful in a way. And it's so funny because a lot of times when I'm playing with my husband on a double lane, it's when you are standing with a partner on a lane, so you're together, and also your enemies are together, so you're 2 versus 2, like all the time. There is the carry versus carry and support versus support. Whoever outskills who will win the lane, or whose jungler will also come and help out more strategically can also help win the lane out. On a a rare occasion when me and my husband end up in a duo lane, usually picking carry, even though I'm very bad carry, and he's picking support. He's usually playing very aggressively to poke the enemies, and I think this character or this type of player would fit him very well because he's the one who would poke you endlessly and try to, scare you away. And he's also picking characters that can do that on a safe distance. And he's like running around poking enemies and like, don't you touch my carry, don't you touch my carry. This is so funny. He's poking. Enemy's HP bar drops very low. They're starting to retreat and he's like, where are you going? Where are you going? or he keeps on poking and telling, flash. Flash means the emergency jump button that helps you to escape from dangerous situation, but it has very long cooldown, so it's very important to use it very strategically or not waste it. So when you're making somebody use their flash, they can escape their kill one time and then they're returning, healing up, and then if they're engaging again in the next 5 or 4 minutes, they are certainly going to get on a timeout. Recently, when I started playing Predecessor a little more often, I decided to try different lanes and different roles. And after I liked being on a mid lane, I kinda also turned into this type of aggressive support. So now if I end up on a support role, I am picking also a character that can poke, and I'm trying to build into more powerful ability builds. So I have more impact and I can hit more powerfully my enemies, if that makes sense. So I can scare them away from lane. So my partner can feed up very good and very safely. Oh, small note on a side. Feeding means that you are last hitting minions and you are receiving experience points and gold points, which experience points is used to level you up, so you can level up your abilities and become stronger. And gold is used to buy items that can build into more powerful items and give you more statistics basically, so you're also more impactful and your skills hit harder and they have lower cooldown, everything like that. And minions are NPC basically that are small warriors that are going on the lane and they don't have any intelligence, they're just going forward, and if they see an enemy they start hitting an enemy. And both teams have these minions and they're same power, and unless you have some objective closed, that's another whole story, but basically you can get a buff to power up your minions. Wow, I feel like I will have to explain the whole roles and everything about MOBAs that I learned so far while I'm drawing this. That's amazing. Which role do you think I should take on next? Because I mainly played support, but I also played other roles. Not as much, but still. So which role do you think I should take on next? And let me know in the comments. If you play carry, do you like when your support plays aggressive, or do you prefer them to stay behind and kind of cover your back in case danger comes in? Let's discuss the best tactics on how to win a lane in the comments as well. Share your best tactics and tips on how to win a lane. I need this. I want to win my games more. Anyways, I'm going to leave you for now while I'm working on the rest of the piece, and let's listen to some music. Annie off, music on.
walking away. Your words are lost on me. It's taking everything not to turn around. Throw it away. See if you'll let go of me when you're not holding me. I can see it now. Hey, when I lose, but if I'm gonna lose you, I'm gonna lose it. I'm gonna lose it. I'm like, oh shit, I've been doing this a long time. Lost in my head, I don't care, I'm not gonna lose it. I'm not gonna lose this. I'm up all day, all night, replaying our last fight. Now in hindsight, I don't care, I'm not gonna lose it. I'm not gonna lose this. Yeah, kinda hate myself sometimes. Everything was on the line. Didn't wanna be the one who had to say it. No, I can't rewind the time. Promise I'll put down my pride. Don't look back because I mean it when I say it. But if I'm gonna lose you, I'm gonna lose it. I'm gonna lose it. But if I'm gonna lose you, I'm gonna lose it. I'm gonna lose this. your game. Highs and lows, highs and lows. It's all the same. Highs and lows, highs and lows. Keep all your game. Highs and lows, highs and lows. It's all the same. Highs and lows, highs and lows.
So here is the finished drawing. I hope you like it. Please let me know in the comments what you think about it. Hit that like and subscribe button to see future works of mine and future videos on this art series. Don't forget to wash your cup, and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye!